Hello, welcome to 50 Shades of Green. It's me, Simon, and this is my friend Adam. Say hello, Adam.
Hello.
Right, today we are planting out in this bed here, in the archway over my door. We're planting out the climbing squashes. We've got the trabunco nearest to the house, and we've got the red curry squash going furthest away from the house, and we've got two beds. We're planting vertically the same in each bed. At the there's going to be 3 plants in each at the back next to the climbing frame. There's going to be 3 climbing squashes, all climbing up both sides. I don't think they'll reach the top because they only grow to a metre and a half high. So, but we'll hopefully have a good crop of squashes and pumpkins. This is a trabunco squash. There's been plenty of organic matter forked into this and well rotted down manure. So they'll have a good start. The munchkin pumpkins are not ready to plant out, so we're not going to plant them yet. That's the middle one. So we're just going to do the two end ones. Now this is a red curry. Look at the roots on that. That's brilliant. That's all we need. Straight down, no binding, no roots twisting round. I think we're planting these out at the right time. Then hopefully they'll grow on to be climb up the, so that's that side, and then all we're going to do is virtually plant the same this side. So we'll know what they are because the trabunco is nearest the house. It's going to be the munchkin pumpkin in the middle when they're ready to plant out in a couple of weeks' time, and the red curry the furthest away from the house. After this, I'm going to give you a little update on how the garden's going. Show you around, show you some good points, and show you some disappointments, but they're not disappointments, they're just another opportunity for me to learn. Some of my seedlings we planted out the other day didn't last the last day of frost, but that's why we plant extra. I've got twice as many in the greenhouse that I need to plant out, so I've got another lot to plant out in this place, which we'll do at a later date. There you go. There's the squashes all planted out, and catch you in a minute when we do a little tour of the garden. welcome to another episode of 50 Shades of Green. It's me, Simon, welcoming Adam. Say hello, Adam.
Alright.
And what we're doing is Adam's place screwed these on, and he's going to fill them up with compost and plant out some spring onions in 4 different bunches. And then he's going to, in this second one he's planted on, he's going to put some iceberg lettuce. So all he's doing now is filling it with compost, pressing it down, and then what he's going to do, he's going to do 4 holes and then plant these spring onions out in the bunches. Is that a phone call?
Just a message.
They have a fairly shallow root system on this, so the roots will be just below the surface anyway, so we might lose a couple, but eventually they'll grow up into bunches. Eventually they'll stand back up. It's just a shock of transplantation. Some of them will droop. All plants do it. We have got a little wind. If you hit, you might have a little bit of wind noise around today, but it's absolutely glorious sunshine. But we have the occasional shower occasionally, but the sun at the moment is absolutely beating down. There you go, that's the spring onions. And what we're going to do, we're going to swing you around in a minute, and then we'll plant out some iceberg lettuce in exactly the same way as we did the mixed leaf lettuce in the new container. What I suggest Adam do here is get the little fork, which is by the gnome, and like just lift it out, because, well, I wouldn't say use a fork for that, but use a fork to lift it out, because they're not like the That's it. Just that's the way. Just so we've got radishes in the one, we've got spring onions in the other, and then we've got tomatoes in the greenhouse, cucumbers in the greenhouse, and the lettuce in the greenhouse. So hopefully in a few weeks time, or a month's time, be able to have a full salad from the stuff we grow in the garden. You know, I've got one thing I have learnt though is don't always, because it's my first go and I'm enthusiastic, you know, I'm not to try and rush things and plant them out early. Even though my broad beans, I overwintered them and I planted them early or late last year in the house, and put them in the windowsill in the house. I could have planted them straight out like in the greenhouse and had them or even direct sowing into the boxes, but everything's learning. Right, so that's 5 icebergs all planted out. But what we need to do now is give it a watering. Which we didn't actually give anything a watering yesterday, so give the radishes a water as well, and then spring onions. That's it. Don't want to give them too much because the sun is shining on them. So what we'll do, we'll just give them a little bit for them to be bedded in, and then I'll give the main watering either in the morning with later tonight when the sun's gone out, or get up early in the morning before the sun comes out. Anyway, this has been 50 Shades of Green, and please subscribe, comment, like our videos, and hopefully we'll be here for more and better videos as we go along. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye.